mean, yeah, I made probably 2 albums before this.
Wow.
They were nice sounding, but it just wasn't like hitting me in the gut.
Right. You're very critical of yourself, for sure. All right, this is your Audacy check-in at the Hard Rock Hotel, New York. I am here with Charlie Puth, and we have so many things to talk about, and we're going to get to the upcoming album and the new song. But first, I was thinking about this, leading up to this interview. Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised you don't have your own, record label at this point. Has that ever been... You're such a fan of music. I just imagine you would want to curate this roster of talented people.
Right. I think one day, I feel like it'd be a bit selfish of me right now because I have so many goals of my own that if I signed an artist, I'd be like, okay, so you'll be with this producer, this songwriter. Okay, I'm going on tour for 2 years. See you. I think when the time is right, I'll do it.
Yeah. You would want to be more hands-on with them, I think, right?
I don't want to just sign someone and be so caught up in my own career that I don't pay any attention to them. So I'm cognizant of that.
Yeah. That's cool. That's smart because, some people do end up doing it prematurely. And then I feel like, the artists aren't getting the mentor that maybe they'd hoped for.
Not that we're mentioning names, but
no. That was a very, very general statement. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about the new album. What would you say was the biggest risk you took when it comes to this new album?
I like that question. That's the biggest risk was not abandoning. That's not the right word, but putting to the side my former way of constructing a song that I had so proudly illustrated on the internet for such a long time, taking the air conditioning and being like, oh, now it's a song. I think it became, in full transparency, kind of gimmicky for a while, and there was a little bit of emotion missing, and I realized that. And being challenged to Blood Pop, the producer, my friend that I made the record with, kind of challenged me to have uncomfortable conversations and see if there's any songs, any subject matter that I haven't written about yet. That was definitely that I resisted it for a while. It took 6 months to kind of get my feet wet.
So because of that, were there a lot of records that were scrapped that you just...
Yeah, I made probably 2 albums before this.
Wow.
And it was nice sounding. I tell the truth, I'm an artist that tells the truth, but they were nice sounding, but it just wasn't hitting me in the gut. Right.
You're very critical of yourself, for sure. And I think probably at some points it's to a fault, but I think that's good to, hold yourself accountable. I'm trying to push myself to the best of my abilities.
Always. Yeah. I know a lot about music, but I don't know everything. And I feel like, and I certainly don't know every way to construct a song, and the best way to learn is by being around people who do things differently, and that's how this album came about.
So where did changes fall in the writing and recording process? Where did that come along?
Well, what's so funny is that Blood will be designing a game, literally on his Windows laptop, coding a game, and I think it's his way of turning his mind off, and he'll take a break from designing the game, then literally on the other side of the screen, pull up Ableton and just put together a beat. And he put together these 4 sounds. Changes had 4 sounds. It sounded very computery. And until I put the CP70 keyboard down with the F major chord and then the C major over F chord, which it's just the piano of what I put over the very computerized chords. It suddenly became alive, and we both looked at each other and were like, oh, it's called Changes. It sounds because musically it sounds like a metamorphosis.
Yeah.
And we kind of it was like tennis. We just went back and forth and just wrote the song. He added a sound, I added a sound.
I love it, man. Yeah. It sounds so good, and the music video complements it perfectly. I love the whole aesthetic of you in it. I mean,
this tie here.
Yes, man, I love it. It's so good.
I gotta at least dress like a teacher, I guess. This is
in my very mind, hip teacher.
Well, thank you. This is how I guess a hip teacher dresses: denim on denim.
Yeah, I got my denim jacket somewhere over there there, so we were, we're on the same page.
Yeah, you were teaching things.
Yes.
I just find whatever's in my closet and just throw it on.
Were you guys in a professional recording studio, or was it done kind of there and kind of, at the house, or what?
It started at the house, and then we took it to a place called Conway in East Hollywood, where we recorded the orchestras, the horn section, the choir, all the people that we couldn't fit in my living room.
Okay, so unless you're doing that, do you think there will become a time when professional recording studios are obsolete?
No, I always feel like there's going to be a reason to have them. There's a nostalgic factor that I don't feel like is going away anytime soon. And it's always exciting working at those studios because you usually, and that's a really small studio too, so you usually run into other artists. And like I said, you get inspired by different creators and people. So it's always fun to run into them, and they come into Studio A and listen to what you're working on.
Sure.
It's really private and it's nice.
Part of Changes is about you becoming a dad. At least it could be interpreted that way, I guess.
Yes, you're the first to get that right.
Right.
It didn't start that way.
And it's not specifically saying anything, but, it's coming with the territory and everything that's...
Yeah, I think Changes is actually about parting ways in a friendship, but not in a bad blood kind of way. It's people move on, people get older, people get married, they move, circumstance based. It's the people you hang out with now are sometimes unfortunately not the people you're always going to hang out with.
Right.
And it when I was thinking about that while I was writing the concept with Blood, I was like, that's not a sad thing nor a happy thing. It's kind of like right in the middle. It's you might be bummed out, but like there might be a really great thing happening in your life because of it, whether it be like a job opportunity or what have you. I also feel like anybody can relate to that.
Yeah. And there, honestly, to your point, bro, there are very few people you carry with you your entire life that are able to change like at the same time that, timeline that you're moving along.
Absolutely. Well said. It's again, it's something anyone can relate to. I've experienced it. But when we were filming the music video, the song is called Changes. I'm looking at Brooke, she's looking at me, and kind of just give each other the look like this should be part of the announcement when we do decide to announce.
Was she nervous to do it that way?
Not at all.
Oh, good.
Because it was kind of filmed in a stop motion way, so it wasn't awkward at all. It was you start here, and then Charlotte Rutherford, the video director, was like, okay, now do this, and now do this. And piece it all together like rock, paper, scissors. And it was, so it was everyone made us feel very comfortable.
Good. Do you think having a child, because I know you've talked in the past, like no matter what you're doing, you feel like your mind could be somewhere else. Like even when you were getting married, you were thinking about music and creating. Do you feel like a child is going to calm your mind and maybe make you more present?
Yeah, absolutely. And being present is how I make, in my opinion, my best work. I used to have this incorrect thought process that I had to have a chaotic life in the background to make good art. Couldn't be more wrong, and a lot of artists have said that too. Yeah, it's interesting how because I guess from the outside in, you look at an artist, you think, oh, that's a rock star, or he or she must be really going through something to write X, Y, and Z, but they might actually be the happiest they've ever been. At least for me, I've made the best work, just the happiest I've ever been. And I feel like I am the happiest I've ever been. And having a baby will just add to that.
Absolutely, man. Do you think if your mom didn't introduce you to music at a young age and kind of cultivate that relationship, do you think it still would have found you regardless?
It's hard to say. I think I can't imagine my life without music. Yeah. Maybe I would have, my dad builds houses and I love that too. And I'm very I admire what he does. Yeah. So maybe I would have gone that route. Yeah. But I don't know. It's very hard for me to imagine life without music or art in some way.
Sure. That's why I think it's so funny that you married somebody that could care less about.
She doesn't care at all about music. She likes Olivia Dean, Dua Lipa, and she likes the song Latch by Sam Smith, but the acoustic version.
Bro, she's expanded though. Olivia Dean,
Olivia Dean is
I love that.
Oh yeah, Olivia Dean, and my wife called it. She for very, very early on when Olivia Dean had one song out, she was like, this girl's going to be a superstar. And now she is.
Yeah. Well, I imagine you're going to be tasked with curating the birthing playlist, the push playlist. So make sure you put Olivia Dean on there then.
I think Brooke's going to want silence. Brooke, like, when we're driving, I'm blasting I'm blasting like Riley, like by O'Reilly, you know that song, like Juicy J that came off his mixtape in 2011. Not played on Audacy, but I make it like at 110, and she was like, please turn this down, because I got a real banging sound system in my car. I like paid extra for like the subwoofer. She did not appreciate that.
That is so funny, man. I think you're spot on. You're very in tune with your wife, because my wife also wanted silence and for me to be out of the way for the most part, you know. It's
funny how but Brooke and I get along better than anybody. We're kind of different in that way.
I love that. Two things before we wrap, brother. Is there a lyric, a line on the new album that you're most proud of? I don't know if you could share that with me, but
I think specifically in changes, like there's been some changes in our life. I can feel the distance because of space and time. There's distance because maybe you haven't seen each other in a long time. The space in between. I can feel the distance, space. How does my song go? Space and
just
time,
like literal and also
it's made everything different. I think rhyming the different and changes, which when you say changes against different, they don't rhyme at all. But
right.
It's like kind of like a loose rhyme, but like you hear everything. It's a complete sentence. I was proud of that chorus.
Yes, very Eminem of you.
Well,
I know.
I'm not as good. I'm no Eminem.
And lastly, do you have a favorite song on the new Taylor Swift album?
I love Father Figure because
Me too!
because I love George Michael.
Yes.
And I love Max Martin and Shellback. They're good friends of mine, and I think they did a phenomenal job on that.
Totally.
That record, and I love that she shared behind the scenes of making that record too.
We're so excited for you, man. It's always a pleasure when you pop in here. Congratulations, and thank you for taking out the time.
Anything y'all need from me, I'm always happy to be here.
Enjoy that video? See more interviews, more performances, and more of your favorite artists by subscribing and downloading the free Audacy app.